Thanks to Amaran for sponsoring this video.
Give me a clap, just in case.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do that. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go.
You need to be this is a qualified, qualified professional.
I actually can't clap.
You know, I have a Polish friend that's an audio engineer, and a Czech one too.
Can I throw up?
This is Dr. Mike for Renaissance Periodization. My favorite fitness channel, I would say.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a little tour because I think that I like your shots. I like what you're doing. I like the variety, I'll give you more praises as we move from room to room. But this is the first shot. Normally, I'm not in it. I think I'm worsening it by being here.
No, nonsense.
So we're gonna talk about how you film your videos. Okay.
Yeah, some people would tell you that there is a brilliant gentleman named Scott the Video Guy that handles everything and knows all the stuff and I know nothing, but those people would be liars, sir. I'm an expert and audio engineer and, what's the other kind of engineer? Video engineer. Yeah, sure. And I'm recreationally a bunch of different kinds of engineers as well on top of that, so why wouldn't I know all this stuff?
This is a serious moment now, okay? Jokes aside, how camera nerd are you?
Light goes in, various magical things involving electrons and circuitry occur, and then that similar image can be replicated on a computer screen in some way later through possibly a cable and potentially one of those little things that look like a Ritz cracker.
What's the Ritz cracker? You had me up until Ritz cracker.
It's like the little drive thing.
Memory card. SD card?
Yeah. Yes.
That's your Ritz cracker? What kind of Ritz crackers are you guys getting down here? Most of your explanation was pretty sound, though. Do you have a PhD in this?
Yes, of course.
PhD in cameras?
Camerology, actually.
Camerology.
Yeah. Now, I do have a separate one in camera-notomy,
right.
But that's probably beyond you a little
That's
bit.
where they talk about Ritz crackers and all of this stuff.
That's exactly correct.
But you do have an actual PhD in, it was like swole science or something?
Yeah, Jim. The dodgeball. Yeah.
We're both wearing lav mics. These are just Sennheiser MKE2s. But the mic that you guys tend to use, I'm off axis from, but I'm gonna maybe have put your audio coming through there.
Okay.
Is this a 416?
God, help.
So they're using a Sennheiser 416.
I mean, that would have been what I would have said.
Right.
You just said it first.
Yeah, what lens are you shooting on there?
We are on a 15 to 35 RF.
Radio frequency.
At 28 right now.
It's 28 years old. It's an aged lens. They don't just make them, you know.
We're shooting at 28 mil on a Canon C70. You guys shooting in log?
We are in, I'm assuming C-Log, yeah.
C-Log 2?
We have a team led by Scott the Video Guy of editors, superstars, and they do all the color grading, all that nonsense you guys talk about, temperature, up and down, whatever the hell.
Right. You have a giant monitor here that has nothing on it. What's that for?
You see how it's black?
Yes.
It reminds me of the emptiness of the human condition.
You just stare at that sometimes.
Into the void, my friend. That's how all the magic happens.
Do you put like scripts on there or something? Or?
Yeah, so we don't do direct scripting almost ever. We do bullet points like, hey, talk about this next, and then I just like freewheel off of it. We do React content as well. I thought I was going to be nice during this video, Scott. I really did.
Okay, Mike.
Inspection time.
That's right. I also wanted to make sure I didn't lose any grip on the clipboard here, so I brought my Versa grips. You know.
Oh, man.
I don't know if my audience is appreciating this or not. This is an inside joke for any RP fans, I guess. Right?
Hello, fans.
So these are just a bit, and I don't think it landed as well as I wanted it to, like most of my bits. Oh, and we didn't mention Patrick Tommaso on the ones and twos again, rocking the FX30 and always making my life easier. Thanks, Patrick.
Of course.
Was there any good stuff back here, or was it mostly just nonsense?
All garbage.
Okay.
No.
It's not wrong.
We got a copy of Dune. We got a shake weight.
Dune?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Herbert fan over here.
Yes, the Dune with the worm and
the worm and spice.
Scott, what's that one girl's name you like so much?
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Not in the book though.
I mean, you can imagine.
You could retcon that in. It's relatively convincing on that shot, but not to pull the curtain down.
No, pull it down. Please don't literally, because we have to pull it back.
These ain't bricks. This is I don't know, wallpaper of some sort. Patrick said when we first walked in, he's like, "This is like your studio." This is totally what I would do. And then you got your sound blankets too to like frame in the shot, make the room smaller. Mic, the position light. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is exactly how I would do it.
And it's in a corner of a basement.
Like exactly the same. I'm like in a tucked away in a basement. Yeah. And I have to like wiggle my way past sound blankets to come into the shot, sit behind my desk. I love it. I absolutely love it. I didn't mention your key light though, Mike. Let's take a look at what that is.
Okay, key. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, man.
You've got an Amaran 300C. That is very convenient because Amaran is the sponsor, the ongoing sponsor of the studio tours, thanks to Amaran. But did you know, Mike, that Amaran now has an Octodome 120 of their own. So I think around the same time that this video is going to go live, Amaran is actually launching these, a new line of modifiers. Not just these ones, they have smaller ones, larger ones, some as big as your head. Have you ever put one of these modifiers together?
Daily.
Yeah, of course, you would, right? Well, if you did have to do it daily, these have sort of a one snap setup. So you just go like that. See how quick and fast that was?
And there's a kind of ASMR feel to when it just clicks in right.
You think so?
Just beautiful.
And as much as we've been making jokes, it's so easy. Mike can do it. I'm just kidding.
It's a low bar.
Just squeeze those two right there. Just squeeze them.
Last time a tall man
Just squeeze those two things, Mike! Look at that. Look at that. It's like QVC.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, everybody that watches my channel knows that I love Amaran. I think that for bang for the buck, they punch way above their weight. Oh, I forgot to mention. Look at this. This whole one snap setup we're talking about. See this little blue thing right here? Stick your fingers under there.
Boom.
You ever seen a modifier come together faster than that?
It's arguably true to say I've never known what a modifier is or seen one assembled. It's like someone takes you to your first hotel ever and it's like the Ritz in New York. Like, where do you go after that? Having been introduced to whatever this contraption is called and having it be so slick and well assembled and one click down and one click up, I just feel like, what the hell am I supposed to do when I want to up the experience? Just a bigger one?
I see what you're saying. They made it too good that it's only disappointment now for future modifiers.
Because it's sitting there perfect, and I'm like, well, I'm not perfect. I get in my head, it's terrible. Actually, I don't even endorse this product. It's too good, don't buy it.
Okay, that's fair. But if you do need to buy it, I'll probably put a link in the description.
For sure.
You know, just so you can go look at it and be upset about how good it is. Yeah. If you need any other lights for your studio, whether it's the 300C, which is an excellent COB light for a studio environment like this, full color. Scott, the video guy, has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Do you mind if we switch this out real quick?
You might have to deflate that to get that.
Well, you know what? That's easy to do.
Oh.
You want me to just collapse that down for you? Scott the video guy, everybody. Thanks. Give a round of applause. Woo! It feels better, I think, to put an Amaran modifier on an Amaran light, you know? And for entertaining this, I'll give you guys bonus points. Okay?
Ooh.
So,
Patrick, you know I don't have any paper here. Why are you filming it?
It's the scribbling that is nerve-inducing. That's it.
Is there a reason that you went for the C70 over, say, just like a super cheap camera?
It's on a rig where you can, like, it's not just stapled to it. You can take it off and put it on. And this is the smaller version.
Will you take this around?
Oh, yeah. Well, so
okay.
the C300, generally, Scott used to lug it around and legit had, like, back problems because the thing weighs like 8,000 pounds. But now that we have the C70, is that what it's called? Yeah, of course that's what it's called. I was trusting you, see? Yeah. Do you really run the kind of channel I thought?
Did I pass?
Yes, I guess.
Basically wanted to sort of maintain C300
quality
in a smaller
Correct.
package. Okay,
Correct.
That makes perfect sense. And then if you have it, might as well shoot A-roll with it too.
100%. Well, because we have another whole room of all kinds of other shooting we're going to show you in a bit, and that does have a C300 that sits there kind of forever.
Are you guys using signature undone purple HDMI cables?
No, they're actually off-done, not undone.
It's an off-brand? You got them on Temu?
Yeah, it's just cheaper, and you know, it works.
Also, Patrick, right?
Yep.
Right? This is good. Honestly, I almost just want to start cutting the shots of my studio and be like, you got it gaff tape down your cable runs, and one of them is like purple and black, leads up here to a little monitor, producer monitor.
Video Village.
Video Village. Yeah. I got to stop plugging. Plugging because it's a cable.
No, plug away, my God.
But they also have my USB-C cable. I love you guys. You guys are great.
How do you feel about the Mac, though?
I mean, you know what? If you buy my cable, you can plug it into Mac, you can plug it into PC, whatever you want. What's with the Cine lens?
What was that? Well, so they're yellow so that you can see them clearly.
That makes sense. The witness marks. So this is more of a cine lens, which means that it doesn't autofocus and all those other things. So you have to like actually dial everything in.
I can explain that.
Okay.
No problem. Autofocus is for people who are some combination of uneducated, underpracticed, or just untalented in the art of videography, connecting with the object. People think, oh, I'm just like the fourth wall. No. Videography is getting yourself into the mix. And how can you possibly do that with a robot zoom autofocus, separating you from the organic, intimate interaction between camera?
I like this set. I think I've said enough. I like this set. It's how I would do it. Not that that's the seal of approval. But you know, well, actually, sort of you know what? I'm the one that decides the seals of approval on this damn video series. I'm giving you a purple star.
Oh my God.
Great set. Great Great set.
Thank you. It
I
was
like
good
it.
for me too. Here is our podcasting studio. We just got into the podcasting game recently. Really, it's not so much podcasting, it is just interviewing folks for the channel.
Did you feel it when you walked in, Patrick?
I did. It's dry as hell.
It's
here.
dry as hell, yeah. So the setup is you shoot 3 cameras.
There's your C300.
Yeah. You get the C300. I see how it is. Okay. The guests get another C70 or something.
Only the best for our guy. So yeah, triple cam setup,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Classic wide and then 2 tights. You don't need to ask Scott. A wide and 2 tights.
We have a taped up light right there if you want to zoom in on that. Because the house lighting, as you guys call it, is all kinds of the bad color temperature
So
that bad,
like
stupid
basically
people have.
never turn this on.
Never.
It'll ruin the
Yep,
shot.
correct. And we have a TV back there that we've used for a little bit of React content. When guests are here, we react together.
That seems like a lot of energy expenditure for not a whole lot of gain right there.
Yes. Scott, the video guy, will sit back here behind the curtain. Who knows what he's doing back there during recording? I mean, hours. He must be treating himself at some point. Scott painted it. He selected all the furniture. All I do is have ideas that lead to more ideas, and I've never actually produced a single thing in my life because I'm a fraud. And it's just really wonderful to see people that can make things. And like, I can't say enough good things about those guys.
That's great, obviously, that you're recognizing Scott, and it also seems like he's a very valuable asset.
I mean, like, very valuable is the both true and an incredible understatement. Critical, mission critical.
For the audience that's like, those don't sound right. We're not using these microphones. We're pretending to, but you're still hearing the labs. This is not what, I assume these are Shure SM7Bs or whatever.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be?
Anybody would know this is not what an SM7B sounds like.
What do you think about the little hanging ball sack light?
So, did you know that Amaran now makes lanterns? That you could just...
Scott, replace it.
I didn't know, but if they're watching this video, they're like, we got to get that guy a lantern. I think that you've done well. You've taken what looks like maybe a 120 or larger piece of front diffusion material and Velcroed it to itself, I would say. Is that what it is?
I think it's 2 pieces, yeah.
Oh, it's 2 pieces? Okay. And then you got a little flag, I guess, so that you get what contrast on the logo, I guess? I don't know. Looks good.
It's one of these situations where when you zoom out of the studio, it changes the vibe. When it's just the studio on the cameras, it's like, it's gorgeous, all the colors work. You like walk in here and you're like, what's that ball sack hanging from the ceiling?
See, my audience likes the second shot. They want to know.
They want to know, man,
who's
how's
doing
the
what
sausage
where.
made?
They want to know about the ball sack.
We just had this room constructed and it's almost finished, but this is the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Training Room. And we shout out to Zebra Mats. They were great. They delivered all the mats and custom designed to fit this room by spec. And we're just going to be installing these corners and that bottom part in the next couple days. And by we, I mean my friend Toombs, who does everything with his hands that I can't. We built this room and it's dope and we get to train here and it's really nice. It's super safe. You can bump into the walls. Nobody lost, nobody found. One more. There's kind of a mess here. Work in progress. This is my office. It's going to smell. I do some podcasting in here when I'm a guest on other folks' podcasts.
Are you a gamer?
No.
Because this looks like a sick gaming
Yeah,
setup.
so-
This chair. You getting a shot of this chair, Patrick?
Yeah. So what's the towel for is a good question at first. It's a dope computer. Scott set all this up. He purchased everything and arranged it for me. These are the lights I sometimes turn on to have better lighting for the podcast situation. We have the Rode mic here that swings in. I plug in my headphones.
Whoops. Oh, Patrick.
Patrick, can you just not do that? And so this is just where I do my work, like, because I work with software developers and I do all the lecture design here and the deep research and stuff and check my emails. And I love it here. I plug in. I have like, I listen to a lot of like ambient soundscape stuff and it's just beautiful. This is like my most favorite place in the whole world.
Did you mirror it up or was it a dance studio originally?
No, God, no. This wasn't even it was like barely a room. I requested that it would be 360 mirrored, and because I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z growing up as a child, and the idea of the hyperbolic time chamber being an infinite space filled me with so much inspiration and peace that I was like, I have to have one of these someday. And
this is your Imaginarium or whatever.
Imaginarium, exactly. It's kind of cool because any way you look, it's infinite numbers of us in the hyperspace dimensions or whatever.
Enter the Dragon?
Say what?
Enter the Dragon?
Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
You have offended my family.
Hi, Gwenny. Hi. Should
we introduce the dog to the show?
Sure. This is Gwen, the Old English Bulldoggy. Oh, yeah. And she's just full of love. And oh my God, what are we doing?
Is that bulldog stuff?
I have no idea what's going on. Who's got boogies? I think she's sucking in her boogies.
It's a reverse seas.
Or choking to death.
What is happening?
Oh, she's like sucking it up.
You're okay.
Oh my God, it's a baby. Hi. Come here.
So
Dude, it'd be a trip if the dog croaked on camera. Hi. All right, let's go see the gym studio.
The gym.
Basically, we have a couple cool things to look at. Different kinds of lights. The lights here were the kinds of lights we put in, the angles and everything, had to pass through the Jared Feather IFBB Pro filter because we have to have some of the best lighting you've ever had. So if you stand in a particular place, like especially here, like you're just not gonna look any cooler in almost anywhere versus this spot. Like, you just, like, Scott says that he has like parts of his forearms and veins where he's like, I didn't know I had this, but I only have it in this mirror. Part of working out, especially in bodybuilding, is getting like an awesome pump and just like hitting some poses and just looking just your goddamn best. And if the lighting sucks, you're like having a great workout, you can feel that you're pumped, you know you're ripped. You look in the mirror and you're like, I look awful. But if you look the best you could or something close to it, it's just magical. We have mobile mirrors. These are awesome. Scott got these for us. And they're
wheelies, that's great.
They're super light, very fragile, so you don't bump into them or whatever apparently, but they're not really even mirrors because they're like a plastic epoxy kind of thing. And they're really cool, they're super light, great light properties, great mirror properties. They don't really distort hardly at any distance, which is really trippy because, you know, for a lot of mirrors, if you're like 15 feet away, you're like, my head doesn't really look like that. On these, it tends to conserve that really well. And these are mobile because when we have bodybuilders here, folks training, and sometimes in some exercises, you actually want to see yourself doing the movement for technique cues while you're doing it. And that can be really great because you can just wheel over the mirror and it works super well. You'll notice that there are no machines that are touching the walls because we want to be able to get Scott the opportunity to film from locations that if this was up to the wall, it just wouldn't happen.
Is this where you do all the slow motion, like, we're gonna work you hard and get a set going over, and it's like,
literally exactly that. And if you guys want to sort of peek behind the curtain, I'll open this up for you, Patrick. Yeah, if you actually just pull out. We do have windows here, but they have perma-curtained, and you can see like, stuff exists. That's kind of weird for me to see this. So I'm like, what the hell?
That's where you could do, if you want to do a little talking head thing though, it's like you put the mirror here, and then you get Scott to like open up the curtain for you or whatever, and it's like, here I am.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's not a bad looking shot. You did exceedingly well. Here's your final score sheet here. Take a look at that. You can keep that for your records if you want. I appreciate the tour. I think the gym is sweet for a home gym. Like, despite, if you weren't even making fitness content, you're just like, I think this is cool. I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know. Podcast setup, sweet. And also shout out to Scott.
Scott the video guy's a real star.
1, for setting this up. 2, for having great taste in YouTube channels because, I mean, right?
He loved you. He wouldn't shut the up about you guys coming. He's like, hey, it's really important. These people are movers and shakers. Don't up. He shook me, you know?
Scott, you've done a tremendous job with the YouTube channel in general. How do you usually end a video?
Give me your hand. Love, and only love will heal this world. And we'll see you next time.
You've never said that in a video before, have you?
Jenny and I was like peas and carrots again. Well, until she ran off to become a heroin addict.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Mike here for RP Strength, a board-certified technician of the deltoids and also enthusiast Kenpo karate high kicker. It's something like that,
really
isn't
good.
It?
Copyright strike. Hey Buzz, help me go to space. Awfully confusing.
I don't know if we're gonna use any of this.
This video just never comes out.
Okay, let's do a quick little